It's a race against time as fishery officers attempt to intercept a repeat offender.
You just need to look at how much there is here, eh? I mean, this is a swagger fish.
A couple's day out gets off to a rocky start.
Throw them a bigger line as soon as you can, please.
And a bootload of fish creates a stink in Raglan.
I need them to come down to verify that they've been angling, fishing with me, that I'm not a rapist of the sea.
Fishery officers are gathering evidence against a group of people well known to them at a remote area of the Bay of Islands after receiving a tip-off from locals.
We're at a place called Mahinipua. We've just received an update from the guys on the beach and our targets are heading out now.
The surveillance team is spread out high on the cliff tops overlooking the group's usual fishing ground, while the intercept team, including Marcy, watch over the beach.
Over the last sort of 3 to 4 years we've had encounters with them. They have been caught for excess and undersized crayfish, selling crayfish and selling kinner, so I don't know why they don't learn, but they seem to keep plundering the same area, and I guess the same area can only handle so much plundering, so we've got to do something about it.
Up on the hill, Henry has the suspects in view. They've been busted twice before for taking excess and undersized seafood that often ends up on Auckland's black market. And straight away, they have gone to work cleaning up cray pots in the bay.
He's got one pot up. He's pulling cray out of it. Maybe 9 or 10 cray out of there. As to whether it's their pots, unlikely. They were really big pots, so they're probably commercial pots. And they're just helping themselves to them.
Over the next hour, the suspected poachers fill their boat with crayfish, then set 2 fishing nets out on the reef.
They just shot another net in that reef there just behind them.
Unaware they're being watched, the group's MO becomes apparent. They hide their catch out of sight in a holding pot around the island.
They took crayfish out of the pot and hidden it right in close. So they've got no illegal fish.
Thinking their little illegal escapades have gone unnoticed, the group decide to have a fish. But Henry believes they haven't stashed all their catch.
Yeah, definitely cray on board. It looked like they're doing a bit of a sort out. They seem to be chucking the cray in the front of the cabin, up into the bow.
Intel reports these guys have been overfishing on a massive scale, but Henry is reluctant to send the intercept team in over a few crayfish.
We don't really want to leap out of the bushes until we're 100% sure. At this stage, we're probably 60 or 70% sure.
Auckland Harbour, and a call has come into Coastguard operations from a boat on the rocks.
Calm Beach, Waiheke Island.
Trillion Rescue Alpha volunteer crew immediately tune in.
Yeah, running ground on rocks.
Coastguard Alpha on the way to Palm Beach.
They called in by a person on the beach as well. They have washed ashore on rocks and the sails are down at 25-foot yacht.
Travelling at speed in rough conditions makes it almost impossible to plot a response course.
Head on your road, straight round, plus Martinez here, northern side. So guys, when we get on the scene, also we've had persons in the water. Looks like there's quite a few people there helping, but let's make sure everyone's safe first and then we'll deal with the vessel afterwards. There's people in the water around it.
The yacht, Bare Essentials outboard, has failed. The skipper's dropped anchor in an attempt to keep it off the rocks, but it's no match against the surging tide.
It looks like we might be able to just tow them out.
Skipper Roy needs to get close enough to throw a tow rope, but he's battling the rolling swell and shallow water to ensure his own boat doesn't end up smashed on the rocks.
Dale, throw him a tow line, mate. I've only got 1.2, I'm backing out. Throw him a bigger line as soon as you can, please. Throw it. Throw the line.
The pressure and the unpredictable swell are making everything more difficult.
Quick, mate, grab it. Grab that line, buddy. Tyres off. Backing out. Fingers clear, pal. Fingers clear. Start pulling your anchor up.
We're tied.
Tied.
Okay, put on. Okay,
clear.
If they don't time the tow perfectly with the swell, this rescue attempt could end in disaster.
Snapped, tow line.
Back in the Bay of Islands, unsure if fisheries have the evidence needed to convict a group of suspected poachers, Henry decided not to blow the cover of the operation and has let them return home. Now, early on day 2, the surveillance and intercept teams are in position and the men are back to empty their nets.
Same boat, looks like the same 4 occupants. They set a net yesterday morning. Looks like they're heading directly for it. Okay, here we go. It looks like he's sorting that net, going through the mesh now. Could have cray in there, eh? I think they do. Just based on what I've seen, I think they've probably got collectively 80 to 100 fish on their boat. But what species can't tell.
After emptying the cray pot of yesterday's catch and pulling in most of their nets, a diver enters the water.
Well, I've just seen one of the divers take a 6-6 kinner, around 300 kinner, so that's a swag of kinner. So I'll let the guys on shore know, and I'm pretty sure we'll stop these guys when they come off the beach.
Finally, the boat heads home. Henry reports into the intercept team,
Oh, I can hear it, so it's not too far away.
who swing into action.
Okay, through the river, back up on the stand, and I should see you at the end of the road. Block off.
Just block off the road, you reckon?
And with that, the group are stopped in their tracks.
I'm Marcy from the Ministry of Fisheries. I'll show my warrant, okay? You guys been fishing today?
Up in the hills overlooking Manu Bay and Raglan, fishery officers are keeping a watchful eye on swimmers gathering power as the area experiences extreme spring tides.
One thing, you have the extra low tides making it easier for people to gather shellfish, namely power.
The group of divers in the water right down the bottom there, just off the point.
They may have just come out of the water, but we'll soon find out. So we'll head down. Kia ora, bro.
Just want to pull that bag out of the water, bro?
As Andre approaches, one of the swimmers starts unloading his catch bag back into the water.
Any more out of it?
But the swimmer's paying no attention to Andre. And when Andre finally reaches him, he plays innocent.
Man, I'm in the water trying to get a feed out.
Were you aware of the size limit for power? Once they're in the bag, they're deemed to be taken. Taken from the seabed.
While he may deny any wrongdoing, the rules state only legal shellfish can be placed in the catch bag. A quick measure confirms the paua are in fact undersized,
There's 3 undersized power under here.
Okay.
but suspect he had more.
I suspected there was quite a few. It appeared that he was emptying it right from when he saw me started walking down.
So, with no hard evidence, fishery officers can only concentrate on the 3 undersized paua.
Bit of an idiot, mate.
Despite the abuse, Andre's still keen to help the man see the error of his ways.
Is there, eh? Don't want the rules?
Is it official?
No, it's just the rules and regs, man.
Just the latest stuff, bro.
Latest ones.
The 3 illegal paua are returned to the sea, while Taroi gives the offender one last chance to come clean.
Really need to know who got the power. Like who put the power in the bag? Going to court, Kaz.
For his troubles, the man received a $250 infringement notice for undersized paua and a warning notice for obstructing a fishery officer. But it could have been much worse if Andre had got to the bag in time.
Hopefully it serves as a reminder to look after our power stocks and, yeah, so if we can fish for the future.
But paua poachers aren't the only thing on the agenda today. With a local fishing comp running, it's decided to set up a checkpoint up the road from the boat ramp. It's not long before the cars are queuing up for inspection.
Where's all this from, bro?
All this here is from my today's catch. There's 30 snapper in there. There's 3 of us. I've just taken the heads away. I'm dumping them off at a mate's house.
Okay, where's the rest of your crew?
Up at the house, mate.
Okay.
These are my fillets here from today. These are my fillets from yesterday. These are my kawai that I'm taking back to smoke.
The thing is, bro, you know you're only allowed 10, eh?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know that's all from different days and not from today?
All of that is from today because I've got a Māori friend out here. I give him a bin every time I go fishing. I give him my bin.
That's cool, bro, but what we've got to do is account for this fish.
There's 3 anglers, right?
But you're here by yourself.
Yeah,
if you can get them,
yeah.
you know we're going to have to do that. Yeah.
You got a phone so I can ring them up and tell them to come down here?
Yep.
I need them to come down to verify that they've been angling, fishing with me, that I'm not a rapist of the sea.
While no one's saying this man's raping the sea, his hugely convoluted tale needs some explaining.
Over there.
At Waiheke Island, Coastguard's Rescue Alpha is battling to save a yacht stranded on rocks. And now with a snapped rope,
Snapped, tow lines.
the yacht is cast to the mercy of the waves. Rescue Alpha needs backup from the larger Coastguard rescue vessel, and fast.
Line what their ETA is, please.
Can we have an ETA, please?
Guys, we're about 8 minutes out. 8 minutes, over.
Line's got it, port is clean.
Would you like the Kando ready to go on arrival, over? Negative.
Negative.
8 minutes will be too late.
Okay, I'm just going to go and we're going to get one shot at that blue line.
With the yacht only meters from the rocks, Rescue Alpha is on its own.
Okay, mate, just grab it, please, and lie it off as best you can. Okay, I'm going to back out and turn around. So give him plenty of line.
2 turns on.
No, let it out. Let it go. Listen to me. I said I'm going to back out. You all right, mate?
That's tied off, yeah.
Everyone holds their breath as the tow rope picks up the slack for the second time. With so much tension on the rope, everything depends on the yacht skipper's timing. He needs to wait for a good set of waves to raise his boat off the rocks and then haul the anchor as fast as he can.
Hold the anchor there, hold still.
I think we're off.
We're making ground.
Well done, team.
We have the vessel bare essentials off the rocks and just
Well, the guy on board looks okay. Let's bring him alongside, guys. Okay, neutral.
The boat appears to be undamaged, but yacht skipper Andrew's plan for a relaxing day sailing has been dashed on the rocks.
Was just setting off and lost propulsion on the motor was revving like crazy and we're going nowhere. We all of a sudden just swung round onto the rocks but dropped the anchor, but we were just too close. Yeah, the Coast Guard is definitely saved the day.
After such a high-pressure rescue, Roy is proud of the team's effort.
This was a great result. No one's really been hurt, and this is what we come out and volunteer for, is to help people like this that get into trouble. So it's a really, really good result.
In the Bay of Islands, fishery officers have just intercepted a boat they have had under surveillance for illegal fishing.
I'm Marcy from the Ministry of Fisheries. I'll just say my warrant, okay? You guys been fishing today?
No, we just went and pick up our net and some kinda.
Pick up your net and some kinda?
Oh, yeah, and crayfish.
Okay, we'll just have a quick look, eh? Can we get you guys to just hop out of the boat and we'll just have a quick, Thank you.
Everybody appears friendly and acting like nothing is wrong. But the back of the boat is a mess of nets, bins, fish and shellfish. And working out the extent of the offending is going to take some time.
Get everything out of the boat. So far we've got kinna, rock lobster, and there's a net full of fish. We have to take all the fish out of the net and then identify what we've got and go from there. But a large quantity of kinna. He's the only diver, so he's only allowed 50 kinna. Probably in excess of 300 kinna there. He's got a couple of dozen paua, all of which are undersize. We haven't looked at the crayfish yet, rock lobster, so it's going to be a long day. And disappointing for us because of the scale of offending that we're seeing here.
I mean, this pretty much confirms what we thought, or what I thought.
Everybody is visibly shocked at the extent of the offending, except for the men themselves, who appear oblivious to what their fishing methods could be doing to marine life in the area.
The net's been set on a reef and all the fish that's been caught in it The crayfish come out to feed on the fish that are stuck in the net, so it's effectively, I guess, a baited net. They've already got their quota, so these ones stuck in the net are sort of above their 12. So I'll just try and pull them out and measure them and count them and try and get them back in the sea.
That's a female cray. Should be 60 millimetres and barely 50 across here.
Just grab that bin.
That's well undersized, that one, yes.
You just need to look at how much there is here, eh? Excess power, excess crayfish, illegal nets. It just goes on and on. I mean, this is a swag of fish.
As the body count of fish keeps rising, officers are attempting to get an accurate statement from those involved. However, the stories are just not adding up.
He's saying the pots were his.
Yeah,
he dived on them. He didn't, couldn't get the boat in because it's too rocky. Brought them back to the boat, and I said, well, what helped it? Well, he took the bag out of my hands as I was getting on the boat.
Nah, see, that's different to what they've told me.
The answers keep changing on me. Why is that?
Next, is this the tip of the iceberg?
Oh, that's not even half the fillets from today.
And up north, things go from bad to worse.
We just emptied the contents of 2 freezers. Half the stuff's not even frozen probably because it's just all been dumped in there en masse.
The answers keep changing on me. Why is that? Did they pull the pot?
Yeah, he said they pulled it.
No, he's saying he did. Dive.
And he said the kinna and the crayfish are for the unveiling of Marai.
Yeah.
For his uncle.
Yeah.
But they've got no permit.
No.
But there is little anybody could say to justify this sort of fishing.
So the rock lobster and the kinna we're going to return to the sea because it's still alive. And it's all been photographed and exhibited. And the rest of the stuff will be frozen down. And then once the court case is finished, it'll be disposed of.
With some of the catch heading back to the sea, everybody else heads for the offender's house, where even more fish are found.
We just emptied the contents of 2 freezers. Half the stuff's not even frozen probably because it's just all been dumped in there en masse, and it's half rotten. It's really honging about now. So we're just going to put it all in bags and probably put it back in the freezer. And he wants to clean it first.
All up, well over 100 fish are found in 2 freezers. And along with the excess fish, crays, paua and kinna found earlier, it raises questions if they were destined to be sold illegally.
I'd put it on him that I think they've got too many fish, and I asked him if I'd be correct if I said I thought they were for sale. He said no straight away, but I thought I'd ask him anyway.
While the offenders' denials continue, Marcy and the rest of the team have enough evidence to confiscate their boat, car and fishing equipment.
Very happy, very happy. It's been a lot of hours going into this week. The boys have done some hard work there, but we've come up with a good result.
Dive on them because they...
The main offender was charged with taking fish in contravention of the Fisheries Act and received 300 hours community service and was banned from fishing for 3 years. His vessel and vehicle were forfeited to the Crown. Back at the checkpoint in Raglan, it's been a day of bad attitudes over simple infringements.
Come down to verify that they've been angling, fishing with me, that I'm not a rapist of the sea.
So is he on his way?
Yeah.
And this man is no different, as his story about his catch becomes more convoluted.
Yeah, if you saw how much fish we caught today and how big the fish were, you'd be like, oh, that's not even half the fillets from today.
There appears to be something in the air, as the skipper arrives with an attitude to boot and does nothing to help clear things up.
I got too much fish in my car, mate.
No, you haven't. Well, no way you got too much fish in your car.
The law is simple. You're allowed 10 snapper a day, and the man should have had yesterday's and the other wranglers' catches bagged and tagged, as it's his responsibility to prove who the extra fish belong to.
How many bags of snapper?
There's 1 bag of fillets from yesterday, 2 bags of fillets from today.
How much is in each bag?
Oh, God.
Whose bag belongs to who?
Well, this is all the fish from yesterday and today that 3 of us caught.
So which bag is yours?
Well, they're all actually my bags because these guys don't want to keep their fish. They don't want it to go off in their fridge.
Yes, give me bloody blurry.
So we're not allowed to store fish in our fridge overnight and then
Bro, you can,
it.
but you've just got to prove that whose fish is it and when did you catch it?
While Tāroe tries to establish what story the men want to stick to, the cars just keep on coming.
Doing a good job. You know, if they think they should, slam everyone that breaks the rules.
With the realisation they could be in trouble, the attitudes are dropped.
I'm just saying, next time I go fishing with these guys and we get a limit of fish, I'm going to only take my 10 snapper heads to give to my mates.
And with the third fisherman showing up, the man's story finally makes some sense.
All that was about was he had 3 lots of fish. I needed to see the 3 fishermen.
Yeah, no,
that's all.
cool.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not.
I met them.
I'm not going to rob the ocean when I live here.
Next time, bro, just name the bags. It's that simple. Name the bags, date the bags.
Name and date.
But he's still got a word or two.
Hear that, everyone in New Zealand? Name and date your bags of fish, otherwise you'll get Come on, bud.
With the misunderstanding cleared up, the man's in high spirits, unlike his car, which is decidedly flat.
Drop the flag now! Thanks, guys.